All right, so here is a quick crab cake recipe. I had these crab legs in my freezer and I said, you know what? Let's go ahead, take these crab legs out and make a crab cake. Yeah, I'm not going to buy the lump crab meat when I already have crab inside the freezer. So here's how I did it. I took these beautiful crab legs here. Beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, buddy. I took them and I got me my shearers. If you didn't know, your shearers has a nutcracker in them right there. Yeah. So let's go ahead and open up these crab legs and get that wonderful meat out of there. Now keep in mind that this process will roughly take about 20 minutes just to open up the crab alone, but it is well worth it. I promise you, it is. And it will definitely save you some money, and we're all about being thrifty. This is a budget meal that you can use what you have inside of your house without having to go outside and spend extra money. I got the crab on sale for $7.99 a pound. You know I had to jump at that because crab hasn't been that cheap in years. So I got about 5 pounds of crab. Yes, I did. And I still have about 2.5 pounds left in the freezer. What I'm basically trying to tell you is that you can repurpose a meal anytime. And this is another way to repurpose a meal. It was originally purchased for consumption with some dipping sauce, but now we're going to turn that beautiful crab meat into a crab cake. All right, so now that all that is done, that's about 1 pound of crab meat right there. Now you're going to need an extra bowl and you're going to need 1 egg. Yes, 1 egg. Go ahead and crack that egg, put it inside the bowl. And you will also need some mayonnaise. Bring out the best. You'll need 1 tablespoon of that. You'll also need 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Put that in there. And you'll need some Old Bay seasoning, 1 tablespoon of that as well. Normally this recipe would call for Dijon mustard, but I have French's mustard. So we're going to use a teaspoon instead of a tablespoon. It's all about improvising. Now let's whisk all of that together. Now that that is out of the way, you will need a 1/2 cup of plain breadcrumbs, and you'll put that inside with that crab meat. Mix all of that in there gently, not vigorously. Be very gentle. You don't want to make your crab cake very coarse. And then you'll add your mixture of your mayonnaise, mustard, and Worcestershire sauce into that. And now you will gently mix it all together. It's a beautiful thing, I promise you. You'll absolutely love this. And you'll also add 1 teaspoon of sweet relish, which is totally optional, but I like mine with the relish. And now you can proceed to making your crab cakes. This recipe yields roughly about 7 to 8 crab cakes, depending on how large or how small you like for your crab cake to be. We're just about done, and as you can see, my recipe yielded 7 because I like a meatier crab cake. Preheat your cooking grease, and in this case I have olive oil to medium high, and you will drop your crab cake in there. You will cook your crab cake on each side for 4 minutes, as we want to make sure that the egg is done. We're dealing with raw egg here and we don't want salmonella poisoning. Okay, and so here are your crab cakes after you've turned them over. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. After that is done and out of the way, you will come up with something beautiful like this right here. Here are your crab cakes. Tonight's going to be a good night. Try this recipe. If you have any suggestions, be sure to give me your suggestions. But I don't think anything needs to be improved with this recipe. And if you think so, definitely leave it in the comments section. I'm open to your suggestions. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Please, ma'am, and please, sir, enjoy your crab cakes.